I need to know where my son is.
Okay.
So I go to the police station and I tell them, hey, I need to file a report. My son is missing. Well, how old is he? I say he's 19. And I was told he's allowed to disappear. That's what I was told. And I said, that's unacceptable. This is my son. And I said, he was recently diagnosed with schizophrenia. He's not on his meds. So I need to file a police report. And literally after begging and pleading for about 30 minutes at the police station, they finally took the report. Almost 7 months later, it was that was September of 2016, September 27th to be exact, when I filed the report. Fast forward to April, the weekend of April the 14th. My daughter was a senior in high school at that time, and his birthday's on the 15th. And I had prayed the night before. I said, tomorrow is my son's birthday. I said, he'll be coming out of his teens into his 20s. We've literally spent every birthday together for the last 19 years. I said, God, at this point, I just want to know if he's dead or alive. I said, either way, I'm going to accept what your will is for my son. And I said, because he's technically not mine. You just lent him to me for this period of time. So whatever it is, I need closure. And I said, tomorrow's his birthday. That night, I was thinking, oh, the sun is going down. I haven't heard anything one way or the other. And that was the only thing I asked for God, because I didn't want to be sad that day. And literally 10:33, because that's etched in my memory bank, I look at my phone and I see that it's Raymore Police Department calling me. And my heart started beating so fast. And when I answered the phone, he says, Miss Johnson, we recovered your son, but you need to call U.S. Customs and Border Patrol. And I'm like asking all these questions. He said, that's all I know. They have your son. Call this person. I called. They recovered him from Mexico. And that was on the night of his 20th birthday. So God answered my prayer.
What was he doing in Mexico?
Don't know. To this day, I don't know. He won't talk about it. How he got from Missouri to Mexico, I have no idea. To this day, I don't know. The way God is so strategic, he was walking in an area where the building was for the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol police, and it was a restricted area. And they saw him and saw that he was all disheveled and, called him over and started talking to him. And they realized that something was wrong with him. He told them he had cancer. He told them that all of his family was dead. And I don't know if they fingerprinted him or just ran his name. And that's when he came up in the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children database as a missing person. And that's how they knew to contact Missouri Police Department and contact me.
When you initially found out that there was this diagnosis, what was your family's reaction to that?
When I first told them, they were like, oh, he's just faking. I had a couple of people say he was faking, or that he was just wanting a check. First of all, my kids didn't know anything about a check being associated with any type of mental illness or illness at all, because we hadn't experienced that. Like, my kids were rather green to a lot of things. And so I knew that wasn't it. And then for you to tell me that he's faking, why would somebody fake like that? At most, I thought the weed he was smoking was laced.
Okay.
And maybe somebody did something and he's hallucinating, but he'll come down off the high, but he never did.
I'm trying to process what you're saying, because I know that your family is like faith first, you know, and dealing with something like that, I don't know why I just get the feeling like, hey, we can pray it away type.
Nobody has ever, to this day, nobody, nobody has ever prayed for my son. Other than my mom, you know, like praying for him over the phone. But like what we know, laying on of hands, you know, I've seen blind eyes open. I've seen deaf people hear. I've seen dead people come back to life, because that's the kind of ministry that God used my dad to have. I've seen miracles. I believe in miracles. That's why I believe in God, even to this day. And nobody.
What do you think that's about?
I don't know. I think about that to this day. Still don't know. People don't even ask how he's doing. I just volunteer to update people. Every now and then people say, how's Ty?
That's crazy, Lador.
Nobody, I have people that aren't related to me that will reach out to me and ask about my son before my family will. If I'm not talking about him, it's like he doesn't exist. I would say randomly, somebody might say something. But I don't know if they feel like that's a sore subject for me, or they're just caught up in their own stuff that they just kind of don't care. I'm not sure.